So here are some things that can help you to be prepared for the bidding war that's coming in the spring, right? And it may not be the same one that we went through in 2020, 2021. I remember listing a house in that time frame, and it was a house that backed to a 6-lane road in Highlands Ranch, Broadway, and the home backed directly to the road with lots of traffic noise. And we listed it at what I thought was the right price based on the comps at 544,000. We ended up getting 650 for the place cash, closed in 2 weeks. So it's just abnormal behavior, right? Like I wouldn't expect that going forward, but I would expect competition where you're competing with one or two people. And it really helps to have some of these tactics that stand out. We had a deal where we represented a buyer one time, and we just sent a listing agent a video, right? For the home that they wanted to buy, that just said something like this, right? Like, hey, Daryl, this is Landon Smith. I've been working in the area here for 15 years, at the time. And I've got these clients who are fantastic people. They're both working. They've got great income, solid income. They've been at their jobs for a long time, and they're super excited about this house. I just wanted to express to you like how excited they are about this property, and they really want to make this their home. And just doing that put a name to a face, for me. It connected me with that agent on a deeper level, created a relationship there that he didn't get from any of the other agents. It's crazy to see how many agents don't even call when they write an offer. They just send it, just email the offer over. Don't even call the listing agent to try to make a connection. And so a lot of times we forget that this business is really, it's relational, right? And so that's something that we do, is we make it relational with the listing agent to try to build that rapport and help them know that we're credible, that we're going to do our job so that he doesn't have to do the job for both agents, right? When you're working with a rookie in the business, and make sure that he knows that our clients are very interested in the home if it's a bidding war, right? And that's what our clients are coaching us to do. Obviously, if we're not in a bidding war, we're going to play it cool. And we're going to, make that offer, but we're not going to be head over heels, in our communication with the listing agent. We're going to try to get the best deal possible if we're alone on the deal. But when you're competing, everything changes, right? Typically the buyers are just like, get me that house, and so if that's the communication level that we have, that's what we're going to do to the listing agent. We're going to go out and get it for you. And in this case, that video did the job, right? The listing agent was like, yeah, I actually have an offer that's 5,000 higher, but I feel way more comfortable. And I communicated that to my clients. I feel way more comfortable working with you and your team because of how you've handled this, with the communication aspect of it. So, that was a great experience for us. The clients, they got the home that they wanted, and they're super happy in it still. And it just brings me joy to know that happened the way it did. And so that's just one way. Another way, I'd mentioned the escalation clauses before. We had another story with a very competitive property. We had about 7 offers on this property, and we were representing the buyer, and the listing agent was not telling us anything, as far as where pricing was at, where the number was, and what we needed to hit. A question that we always love to ask is, if I offer this, would I be in the driver's seat? And that tells us, based on the listing agent's reaction, where we need to be a lot of times. This says the listing agent was stone cold, just not telling us anything. And in this case, after not being able to hear much from our clients, we recommended, do you guys really want the house? Do you love the house? And they said, yes, we want this house. This has to be our house. We have to live there. We are going to have parties there. This backyard's perfect. It's just, it was the house for them. And so they'd already planned their life there. And they told us, go get this house at all costs. Like, we don't care really within reason what the number is. And so in that case, we submitted a contract with an escalation clause saying that we would pay $2,500 over any offer that they got, basically. And we also, in this case, we said, because we knew that cash offers sometimes can trump offers with loans, right? And these guys were getting a loan. And so in this case, we said that we'll pay $5,000 over any cash offer that you get. So $2,500 over any loan, $5,000 over cash, and we put no cap on it. And so because of that, she had all 7 offers. She came back to us with a counter proposal, and it was 2,500 over their best offer that they had in writing. And we ended up getting the house for our clients, and they were super happy for it. And we're thrilled, and we ended up being able to negotiate on some inspection items as well, so that they could get what they thought were problems with the house taken care of and wiped out. And that really helped, in the long run, so that they could get the house that they wanted. And so, some of those little things, right, that are done along the way can make the difference between getting the house and not getting the house. And again, it all comes down to who you work with, what company you work with. With Remax, we've got the best training in the industry. We've got the best brand in the industry. So when people are working with a Remax agent, a listing agent sees that, they have that brand recognition from hundreds of millions of dollars that have been spent on that. And they know that we're capable and we're competent in what we do. And that tends to be true most of the time with Remax agents. And so we're blessed to work for a great company. We're blessed to know some awesome people that have referred us more and more buyers that we've been able to help and get into their homes. And we take our job very seriously when we work with buyers and they say, I want that home. We will do everything in our power to try to get that home within what is ethical and honest. Doing that feels good. And we're so grateful to have had that experience, because every time we've done it, we've learned something. We've learned something else, and we've studied what other agents have done. I also like to go visit other conventions and different conferences to learn best practices from other agents in bidding wars in those situations, so that we know how to handle those best, on both sides, on the seller side and also on the buyer side. And, work for you or whoever you refer our way. So again, if you're watching, if you are looking to buy in the springtime, hopefully these tips have been helpful. If you know someone who is looking to buy in the springtime here in the Denver metro area, maybe is moving to Colorado, or is trying to buy a house that's a little bigger, a little smaller than what they have right now, please give us a call. I would love to make the connection with them, meet with them personally, and make a game plan so that we can find that house that they've been after, and make sure that they can get it when the time comes to that multiple offer situation. If it does come, we'll be ready to help them through that and get them the house they want. So in summary, the top 3 things that are the most important in a bidding war is, number 1, constant communication with the listing agent, right? And that's something that we do for you. And then we also make sure that that constant communication relays to you, so that you're in the loop, because we know how stressful it is when you're buying a house and there's a bidding war going on. You're on pins and needles. You just want that house. So we want to make sure that we're communicating with both the listing agent constantly and you. Number 2 is utilize escalation clause and other tactics that can help you win that deal. And then number 3 is to make sure that we're building rapport with the listing agent through video, through being relational, maybe even dropping off, right, the earnest money, or doing something like that where I can meet the listing agent face to face and have a conversation. But getting face to face or voice to voice, whether it's through video or in person, is going to really help your chances of getting that deal. Because when it comes down to it, we all like working with people that we like. And so those are the 3 tips that I have, and there's several more, but those are the top 3 things that have helped us get our clients under contract on the home of their dreams and the home that they're most excited about in these bidding war situations. So make sure to click subscribe if you liked what you saw here, and I would love to see you on our next video as well. If you have any questions about this process, or if you know someone who is relocating that would like to talk to us about buying a place, please comment below or just reach out. My number's down here. You can text me or call me. I'd be happy to help them.